Alright guys, how you guys everyone do today?
Good.
Good? Okay, my name is Avi. I'm a freshman. You guys are 8th graders, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not much older than you, right? Only a year older than all of you. Before you guys ask, no, I am not the son of Miss Andrzejewski or Mrs. Smith. I'm the son of Mrs. Radley. I am an internet entrepreneur. I've made real money, and I'm basically here to give you guys an insight into what it's like, hopefully inspire you guys to do something good. And before we get into it, let me just say that there's a phrase that we refer to in the industry known as the bottom line. Now, the bottom line is what everything comes down to at one point or another for everything. For example, getting good grades in school, there's a bottom line to that. Getting medical attention, there's a bottom line to that. The bottom line is money. In order to achieve those good grades, your parents pay taxes to the school to get you that education. In order for you to receive medical attention, your parents have health insurance so you can get that medical attention. So everything comes down to money at one point or another. Okay? Now, the way that I've made the most money so far, I've been doing this ever since 7th grade, is with a popular video game. I'm sure most of you have heard of it. I'm sure most of you think it's a kid's game. I'm sure most of you don't play it right now. But how many of you have heard of the game Minecraft? Okay. How many of you have ever played the game Minecraft? Okay. How many of you still play the game Minecraft? Good. Good. That's very good. You should listen to this. Okay. So, Minecraft. Simple game, all about blocks, placing blocks all over the place, or at least that's what I thought. I got Minecraft in 6th grade, just as a little gift. I saw my cousin play it and wanted to play it myself. However, after playing the game for around 6 months, I realized that there was a monetization model to it, that I could make money from that game. So what's better than something I love doing and making money from it at the same time? Well, nothing really. So, there's this thing out there called Minecraft servers. And basically, they are things that players who play Minecraft can join and collectively play as a group of people. So, when making a Minecraft server, there are a lot of things you have to take into account, a lot of expenses that go into that. And one of the expenses is hosting. These servers are physical boxes that are located usually in a warehouse or something and are owned by these large companies. So, a few of these companies are MC Pro Hosting, GG Servers, and Apex Minecraft Hosting. All of these offer some form of hosting for a certain amount of money. The way that these servers are priced is in units of space known as gigabytes. So, for Apex Minecraft Hosting, it's $6 per gigabyte, GG Servers $3 per gigabyte, and MC Pro Hosting $10 per gigabyte. So you can see there's a pretty big gap between these two numbers. And that's because the servers that these guys run on have different specs. Some are faster, some are slower. But when I first made my server, I went with these guys mainly because they offered a lot of in-depth support. I was new to this. This was something that I never have done before. So if I ever needed help or assistance, I could go to these guys and they would respond to me instantly. So, after building my server, after putting some things in it to make it fun for the player, unique experience, then it came time to advertise it, so people know to join my server. So we have advertising options. Now there are millions of Minecraft servers out there ranging from 0 players to over 40,000. And so it's important that people are aware that, hey, I'm here, I've made this creation, I want you to join it. So 2 popular websites used for advertising are minecraftservers.org, planetminecraft.com. So for Planet Minecraft, the way it works is that when you make your server, what happens is that once every 24 hours, it goes to the top of the page for only about 5 seconds, which may not seem like a lot. But for the biggest Minecraft website in the world, that gets over 30,000 visitors every 10 seconds, that's a pretty big deal. So assuming 15,000 of those people see my advertisement, and maybe not all of them are looking for servers, maybe some of them just come on the website by accident. Let's say only 100 of them join my server. That's still a lot of people. And then out of those 100 people that join that server, let's say that 20 stay. That's also good. So the way you make money from these things is by putting in virtual purchases and virtual goods, things that you sell to the in-game character. So one of the things that I did the first time around was I sold basically different levels of armor. There are different levels of armor in Minecraft, and I sold each set of armor for a different amount of money. So after about 4 months of running this server, after building it up, I spent about $60. $10 a gigabyte for hosting for 6 months. So $60 was my loss. I had to convince my dad to get on board with this because I didn't have any money at the time. He essentially invested in it, and it ended up turning out well. Now this is a server I made about 2 years ago, but I still have the receipts for it. So I ended up making $476 from just that one server. So rounding that up to $480, I made $420 in just pure profit. And that felt great. That felt really good. This is the first time I've ever made a significant amount of money. And that was my money too. That wasn't my parents' money, that wasn't my brother's money, my sister's money, it was all my money. So after making this server, and after making a few more servers, fast forward about a year, I come across this website known as mcmarket.org. Now what this website is it's a Minecraft forum, where people who play Minecraft can talk to each other, communicate, sell things, most importantly, and basically conduct business. So I got interested in this, and because running servers, it's not an easy task, it's stressful, it takes up a lot of time, I have to sacrifice a lot for it, but there's a good return on my money. So one of the things that this platform offers is the ability to sell server setups. And what that is, instead of me running the server myself, I just make it for somebody else, and then it's their problem at that point. So I will build the server, and then I'll give it to them, and it's their problem to run. So the first server I ever sold on this website was an arcade server, a place where you can play mini games, have a lot of fun. You can see it's very important the appearance that you make your thing, that you make sure that you include an explanation, features of the server, you include in-game pictures, so people who are looking to buy it are attracted to it and say, hey, that's a quality server, I can buy that, profit from it, spending money for it, I'm not going to lose anything. So the first server I ever sold on this website, I sold for 75 bucks. Pretty good. Only spent about a month on it, $10 is my expense to host it somewhere, made $65 profit, easy money. So another thing that I got into after selling setups, I did about 3 of those, is I got interested into loaning money. Now loaning money is a risk management game, because there's always a chance that you don't get that money back. So after a certain point when I just got so much money just from doing Minecraft servers and setups, I wanted to start lending money to people in exchange for getting money back at a certain point. So that's where loaning comes in. So this gentleman right here, his name is Miami. This is his internet profile picture. And after doing a few loans, anywhere from $10 to $30, getting a payback of $45 to $50, this guy gave me a pretty big offer. This guy was looking for $300 in exchange for a $360 payback after 1 month. Now there are a lot of factors that go into this, because there's a very good chance that I could lose all that money, which is not good. This involves looking at his profile, making sure people are saying good things about him. This involves asking other people that use the phone to say, hey, have you dealt with this guy before? Is this guy a good risk? Is this guy friendly? Is this guy going to end up scamming me, taking my money? So after doing a very, very extensive background check, he cleared, and we talked for a couple days, and we finally reached an agreement. We agreed that I would loan him $300 on 2/27/16. This is like a formal agreement, and it must be paid back by 3/28/16. If not paid back, I have full rights to open a scam report. Now, a scam report on MC Market is essentially something that governs the fact that you can't scam people, that you can't take their money. So if I were to file one of those reports, he would most likely lose, and then he would get banned from the forums. He would have a horrible name in the community. He would never make a single dime again. So there's a lot of weight that comes with the scam report. And I would file a PayPal dispute. Now, a PayPal dispute, for those of you guys who don't know what PayPal is essentially an online bank where you can store money, use and spend it at your leisure. And I would basically at that point contact PayPal and say, hey, we had an agreement, he didn't hold up his end. Can you take the money out of his account and give it back to me? But there's no guarantee that that actually happens, so I can still lose all 300 of those dollars. So, and if he decides to block or remove me off of Skype, which is the messaging platform we're using, or ask for loans from other users, something a lot of these scammers like to do is they'll ask for large amounts of money from multiple users, so they can just cash out at one time, which is not good for me, so I make sure to include that. That will result in the same consequences, and if I message him and he doesn't message me back, or I think he ditched me, and he doesn't respond within 48 hours, all the consequences will apply. So there's a lot of repercussions if he doesn't hold up his end of the deal. So after negotiating and talking, terms agreed to. Once he sends that message, the deal is in place, there is no going back. $300 that day left my account. Man, got goosebumps after that one. And after checking up on him for weeks messaging him, making sure he's doing what he said that he needed to get back that money. On March 19th, he sent me back $360. Now, that's something for the books right there, because that is the most money I have ever lent out at one period of time and successfully got returned. Now, if you ever go on the internet and you ever conduct business, getting scammed is going to happen. I was once scammed for $15. It sucked. The guy ended up getting banned, but at the same time, there's really nothing I can do about it. Learn my lesson, learn how to fix my ways. So, another important thing that you learn after dealing with people on the internet is you learn to read them, you learn to understand them, you learn to see how they think. So in this situation, I have a friend of mine whose name is Cheerful. And you can see here that he's filing a scam report on a user by the name of CakeSG for $2. Now, $2 isn't a lot of money, but the bottom line is that money is still money. And the user CakeSG scammed this guy out of $2, or at least that's what he's accusing him of doing. So I'm friends with both of these individuals, okay? So what ended up happening is that I kept tabs on this report, see how it went, and see if the user was going to get banned or not. I saw that CakeSG over here didn't have the money. He only had $1. He didn't have $2, which means he would get banned because Cheerful would not sell it for only $1. So being the good person I am, I decided to essentially bail him out of those $2. So what I did is I sent Cheerful the $2, and that essentially closed the report. As you can see, pay receipt from avsterbone, which is me. It's a generous heart. CakeSG, I hope you repay that kind soul back at some point. M6K, you can close the report. So essentially what happens is that I gave him the money, and now he's off the hook, and the report was closed, issue resolved. That was the end of it. So, what just happened? Well, you may be thinking to yourself, what, you just lost $2. What else is there? Well, I actually didn't lose $2. Because by building that tension of a little bit of guilt between CakeSG and Cheerful, they now feel compelled to pay me back as a friend. Now, I didn't make that abundantly clear. I didn't put that in writing. But I knew just psychologically that's how they would think. And I was right. A day later, we're in the chat portion of the website. And Cheerful says, avsterbone, next time you stream, which is like a video thing, I'm going to give you that $2 back. So he's going to pay me back those $2. So on top of getting his money for it, I'm also going to get CakeSG's money, not because I asked him for it, but because he feels compelled to pay me back because I saved him from getting banned. And he ended up doing it. So I actually ended up making money by bailing this guy out. Another thing that ended up spiraling out of control, in a good way, is YouTube. Now, YouTube itself, I did not make a lot of money from. I literally made pennies from that, just making videos. Last year in 8th grade, I had a series going called Avsterbone Randomly, where about every week I would make a video, and everyone in the grade watched it. It was pretty popular. I ended up doing that until the beginning of freshman year, and then I eventually stopped it. And like I said, I was making pennies from that. However, a friend of mine liked my video, and her dad owned a huge IT company. And their IT company was looking to hire an individual to basically manage all their social media and to do YouTube videos for the company because they wanted something fresh, they wanted something new, they didn't want the standard corporate deal, they wanted a kid to run everything. So she recommended me to him, and it ended up working out. So the company's name is HunterTech, and I've been working there for 2 months now, basically managing all their social media, making a few videos for them here and there. I've been to their office at one point to do some business there, and I make $500 a month doing that. So, it's pretty good. So on top of all the stuff that I do in Minecraft, which I still do to this day, I also make $500 doing this thing. But it doesn't stop there. Also, on top of that, my boss was so dissatisfied with my work that he actually ended up recommending me to a friend of his who owns a company out in Phoenix, Arizona, known as Wheelybrite, which is a wheel cleaning product. And he needed the same thing. He wanted a fresh guy who could be funny, humorous, but at the same time bring in a certain audience of people. And so after negotiating and figuring things out, we agreed that he would pay me $300 a month. So now I'm making $800 a month from these 2 jobs every single month. And on top of that, conducting all my business online on the internet through Minecraft. So in total, that's over $1,000 per month. And I'm only 14. I'm not even a year older than most of you guys. So as of now, this day, I took a picture of my PayPal balance before I came here. I have $2,168.12 that I can spend.
Unfortunately, the camera stopped recording for whatever reason, but basically the only thing that you missed was the fact that I then basically gave a little bit of a closing speech, the questions, and then I got an applause. So nothing much was missed, but just figured I'd add that in. Thank you for watching this presentation, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.